Super excited to be on the show again today with you guys. My name is Chris Annie, as you all know, and I'm your host for today's Business Leader of the Week. And I have here with me a young, vibrant Chief Executive Officer and founder of one of the most formidable crypto exchange startup here in Africa. They are the biggest sponsor of BB Niger this year. And you want to see who I have here with me? I have here Buchi Okoro. Buchi. Good to have you, brother.
Thank you. So glad to be here. Thank you for having me, boss.
If you call me boss again, Buchi, if you call me boss again, we'll fight on this show. So let us meet Buchi. Who's Buchi?
My name is Buchi Okoro. I'm Ceo at Quidax, and I'm a simple person that just believes that anyone can do whatever it is that they put their mind to, if they just fight for it.
Interesting. I like how billionaires talk. They don't talk too much like us. They just make it. I believe anyone can become whatever they want to become. You know, okay, Buchi. So what has your business journey been like?
Classmates, we became partners, right? I think I was the managing director of the business, and he was something maybe operations director, right? So we figured, okay, we could just go out and look for event contracts. And he had his auntie who was a caterer. Now, mine, that's all we did, right? So we named the business Peaches and Gold Events, our management.
Peaches and Gold Events.
Peaches and Gold Events.
Interesting.
So I think the most exciting thing for me in everything was making cards, business cards. I had this business card. I went to one of these studios, and then I made a business card. He had my name on it. He had his name as well. I was so filled with joy. Oh, we now had a business. I felt like that's all you needed to get into business. Actual business card. You know, I had my pack of business card. I'm not sure I gave more than 2 out, right? Which is funny because I think it's from that particular business card. Someone called me one time, maybe I think 1 year down the line, to try and scam me, right? So this guy calls me on the phone and says, "Oh, Peaches and Gold. Are you still doing that business?" I say, "Yes." I am. Say, "Can you do supply?" Hey, me, hustler. I say, "Yes, I can do supply." And then this guy tells me, okay, that he has this company want to buy oil coke, right? Oil coke. I say, oil coke. Do you know it? I say, "No, I don't know if I can find out." Say, okay, he has somebody who wants to sell it, right? And the oil company director is coming into Lagos. So all we need to do is buy the sample and go to the airport and show him. So once he's approved, once he approves the sample, they'll just give us a purchase order to go and buy how many, usually 1,000 units, something. So from the moment I just started having that call, I sat down and started doing
calculating your profit.
What I buy for my mother, what I buy for my father. So that day when he said, okay, I was supposed to go and meet the person who had the sample, right? The person was in Iowa Power Plant. Said, "Oh, this guy is in Iowa Power Plant. Iowa Power Plant is big, is known, everyone knows the guy there. I should just go and ask for this guy. He'll give me the oil coke." Then later I called me and said the guy was doing a transformer installation somewhere. I should just go and meet him. But first I had to raise the money, 150K for the oil coke, for the sample of the stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. Where would I reach 150K? Shock you, sir. At that point, I didn't even have transport to move anywhere. So I was in my guy's house at the time, and I told him, okay, this was going on. No, of course, your profits go do this matter. So I now borrowed money from him.
Interesting.
I borrowed money from him to take transport to go and meet one of my teachers in school to raise me, because I told the guy I don't have this 150K, right? Say, how much can you? I say I can raise 50K. At this point in time, today maybe 50K doesn't seem like anything, but this was back in 2010. It was the whole
world. That was big money.
So
wow, 12 years ago.
I went to school to see this teacher. I borrowed money, went to school to see this teacher. I sat this guy down. I said, this is the opportunity that we have at hand, right? This is how big it can be. This is this, This guy just sat me down. He sat me down. It's like he wanted me to just calm down. And my blood
Was
my blood
hot.
was visibly wet. He said, Buchi, you know that thing is just calm. I'm like, you don't understand. This is all locked in. We've sorted everything out. He said, this thing is just calm. It happened to my senior brother this way. It happened to my senior brother that way. Someone called him and then he actually paid money. Hi, it's like somebody poured water
Good one.
on my body. The guy now left me there. I was just thinking about my life. I was thinking about the guy I borrowed money from to that transport. What I'll go back and tell him that. Oh boy, no business, But yeah, that was an interesting part. But that taught me something very important, right? It told me that all that data is not good, right? If anything and it's a business lesson that I still use to today to avoid trouble. If anything is too good to be true, it most likely is things that bring fast money, things that bring an unreasonable outsized, amount of money is usually, too good to be true. But yeah, moving from that, I got into university. I started a clothing business. Actually, I started a menswear brand. It was an interesting journey.
I was going to ask that. Because they say years ago, you were the CEO of a fashion brand called Old Religion Clothing.
Old Religion.
How did you begin that journey and how has it ended? Or are you likely to invest in a fashion-related business in the future? Did that business stop? Did it continue? Or tell us.
Okay, so Old Religion. For the longest time, my name on social media used to be Old Religion Boss. But yeah, so for me at the time, going into university, I wanted to be able to learn business lessons, right? I figured someone asked me, why do you want to do business? Why do you want to stress yourself? And I'm like, I want to be able to learn the lessons that you would learn doing business. There was a time, and then I wanted to have a reason to give value to people, right? And actually have them come and knock on my door, because I'm shy, I'm more on the introverted side than not, right?
Okay.
But to have a reason to interact with people because they came to look for you, and I made great friends. Some of the friends I have till today, it is for the singular reason that I started that business. And then of course the lessons, and I learned a lot of lessons. Some of the first things that I did was I went to look for people who had been doing the business for a while, and they've learned a lot of stuff, and then I took them as my mentors. Some of them still great friends and partners till today. That's take this thing day by day, to leave school to go to our tailors, to leave school to buy fabric, all of that stuff. At one point in time, I was in a debt of about 350k, and I thought my world was going to end. That was
with the company.
Yes,
jeez.
It was the biggest thing to me. Like I'll wake up every morning, I'll be carrying a long piece. And then like now that I'm older, I've learned that life is in phases and exercises. So as you grow, the level of your challenges, the amount,
they grow.
Yes, they grow. Today you might have a 350,000 naira challenge. Tomorrow it
It's
might be
3.5
million.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it can be $10 million. Some people have problem of $700 million.
That's true. I'm looking for $1 billion problem.
Something like so yes, that has been the journey from when I left CU. I came out of CU. I was wandering around for a bit. So I knew at the core that I wanted to do finance, but in the interim I was lost.
Wanted to do finance.
Yes. Right. My calling actually is finance, right? So I knew that's where I was going to eventually, but between the
transition stage,
yes, it was very rough for me. So I also do. I did forever living.
Did you guys hear that? I like that. when your past have to come to you in a picture, guy, I was rude.
It was quite an interesting period. So I did forever living product. I did forever living products. I started, I hustled. I was able to bring in some people, try to grow my business. For all the stuff people say about multi-level marketing, I learned so much.
I like
so
this part.
grateful.
I like this part.
I'm so grateful for going through that period. Like a lot of things that I learned today was from back that period.
I like this part. From the multi-level marketing systems. To teach you sales, nobody will teach you.
Like when you learn that life is a numbers game, it comes down to numbers, right? If you are going to close a sale, if you're going to make a sale, just be organized.
Yes.
Even from the teachers, from the mentors that I had, I found from that period, some of them passed, like Jim Rohn. A lot of the stuff that I learned, I still follow him. Like I take time out to watch a lot of his stuff. Even till this day, right? I still watch some of his stuff about a few weeks ago. After that, I drove Uber.
Wow.
I drove Uber. I'm like, yo, I need to make this money. And then luckily, Uber just started. So at the time, my car was 2001. 2001, was beat up Toyota Camry. And Uber
201 Toyota Camry.
Uber just started accepting, maybe like the week before. They just started accepting. At that point, I didn't even know that they would accept. I said, let me just try. I was faith. Just let's go to the inspection center. But it turned out that the week before, because before then, it used to be only 2008
vehicles.
Yes, and newer. But then they just started accepting up to 2004, 2001. So I went in there, I did inspection, I passed inspection, I was so filled with joy. And I came out of the place to say, okay, you've been approved. So fantastic. I started my Uber journey, and it was great. It was long hours. It was long hours. Every morning I'll come out by 5 a.m. to catch the airport, people who are going to the airport, because airport trips are lucrative. And then, of course, you hit traffic, you try to get back to the island. But it took me to all sorts of places. And then I met all sorts of people. I met, the rude people. I met the people who didn't experience for me. After that, then I went to do some work in corporate before I came out, and I was now about to make my move into finance. And
let's go on a short break here, because as an internet business person, if I'm to be an internet marketer, I'm going to sell this video from a Uber driver to building a multi-million-dollar exchange business. We got the right caption for this, right? We'll be right back after this short break.
Hi guys, I am Uzwamaka Onoha, and I'm here to tell you that everything crypto happens on OBX. Trade, send, receive crypto easily on OBX. Bye guys.
Welcome back, guys. That was an emotional moment for me, because hearing the story of Buchi, who's the current CEO of one of the biggest exchange you have in Africa, telling you how he started, and that should be some lesson for someone. Every great person you've seen today, every great person you hear of today, they have that story, and that's why we do these shows on DABA TV. Because we want to tell that story. We want to let you know that wherever you are, you can still rise to the top. And that's why we're telling the African story. And we're not just bringing the Elon Musk. We're not bringing the Zuckerbergs. We're bringing these ones from Africa who have conquered those faces and can show us that, yes, these things can be done. I'm actually inspired so far with the story of Buchi. And that's why, if you are watching this on DABA TV, please like, please share this video right now with your friends, with your loved ones, in your various WhatsApp groups, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Okay, tell them Business Leader of the Week is going on and something exciting. We're going to hear more. We're going to hear more. So, Buchi, you stopped at the Uber thing, and now it's time for you to transition to finance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I went into corporate for a bit. I did real estate, right? So I worked at a real estate firm. for a year. And at the end of the year, I decided, okay, it was time for me to, move into finance. So I had the choice to make between, do I go into safety, where I was supposed to work with one of these big financial companies in Lagos, versus go and do a startup, right? So it was a major decision point for me in my life, and with all of the uncertainty and all of the doubts and people telling you stuff in your ear, I took the road less traveled.
And you went to do that startup.
Yes.
And that startup today.
I don't know who sent me.
Last 2 weeks, we finished paying salaries. And I went to my status and said, see guys, I know a lot of you keep saying entrepreneurship, hustle, but bro, if I have to come back to this, I want to be inherited. Adopting a royal family. I want inherited wealth, please. The one they've worked for. So let's talk about Quidax. I guess that startup today is Quidax. When did you start and what inspired that brand, Quidax?
So we started playing with crypto sometime back in 2014. I mean, I lost money. I got scammed in 2014 and then I freed it. And then went back in 2016. To be honest, like what was really hot back then was, it was pyramid schemes. I can't even lie. Let me not cap you, right? It was pyramid schemes. Back in 2016, it was...
MMM.
It wasn't MMM particularly. It was one of these. There were a lot back
true.
at that period.
True.
Right? And so what I was doing was helping people to buy and sell. Right? So you wanted to buy, wanted to sell, but choose your guy. And then we created a WhatsApp group where people could buy and sell crypto. My co-founder as well had like he had a major issue where he was teaching people to code, receiving crypto as payment because PayPal wouldn't pay in Nigeria. And how would he sell that crypto? So we created a WhatsApp group, we brought in people there, and then those started trading peer-to-peer. And very quickly we realized how important crypto was going to be for Africa, how important crypto was going to be for a country like Nigeria, right, where there's a lot of economic exclusion, financial exclusion from Africa. And so we said, why don't we make it easy for people to access this stuff, right? If it's going to be that important, if it's going to be that crucial to people's lives going down the line, why don't we make people able to easily buy and sell crypto using their local currency, especially for the African market. And that's why we decided to start Quidax.
Interesting.
Why we've been on that journey.
And so what's one unique difference Quidax has? Differentiate, if you want to say Quidax is different from every other crypto exchange in Africa, what's one unique thing we have?
I think at the core of it, right, is the culture of the company, right? Culture of the company, which translates into what we try to build, right? So at the core of that culture is simplicity, because crypto is something that when people think about, when people talk about, it's
complicated.
Yes, people just start seeing chat, start seeing red and green, right? But ultimately, people want to be able to buy and sell crypto. People want to be able to know that they can use crypto for stuff without thinking too hard, right? But helping to build the products that get people from where they are to where they need to be with crypto in a way that's simple and straightforward as possible. Even in communicating with people, we try to make that ring through, right? And solving that problem for Africans in the way that nobody's ever going to solve it for Africans, right? It's our own problem. We understand where it hits us.
It's native to us.
When you try to make a payment with your card and then that payment doesn't work, and the only thing that might work for you is crypto. Do you understand? Like, we understand that problem. We know how it hurts us. Even the way the West sees crypto is a bit different from the way we know crypto to be, right? So yes, solving the problem for Africans by Africans, in a way that makes it simple. I think that's at the core of what we're building at Quidax.
So Quidax started in 2017?
2017, 2018.
Interesting. And what has it been like running a crypto exchange in Nigeria and Africa? Because I know that for you to be the CEO of an exchange like this, you've seen principalities and powers and rulers of darkness in high places. Tell us.
So, it's running a crypto exchange is not unlike running most other businesses. You would have your ups and downs, you have your challenges, you have your high moments, you have your low moments, right? You have lessons that you pay dearly to learn. You have lessons that might come a bit cheaper, right? But yes, we've had all of those moments. But to be honest, I will do it again. Right, because I get coconut head. I have coconut head, but
I like that.
It's been ups and downs.
I like that. While you're watching, kindly share with us the lessons you're learning from this. This, it's a big privilege when you're getting a master class from a millionaire or billionaire CEO.
Amen.
You may not understand, but so would you tell us, how would you describe the crypto market in Nigeria and Africa at large?
The crypto market in general first is still very young. We're still in the very early days. I tell people, even like regardless of how popular people think
Bitcoin and crypto is, yeah.
Yes. We're still very early. Think about it. In 2000s, right? Internet was early. We all knew about it, right?
Yeah.
But we never really imagined the potential of what it could be. We never really imagined that we could live without that. You will be in a world where without internet you would nearly you understand?
Yes.
So of course everybody knows about it. Of course everyone has heard Bitcoin, but people know about it from it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. People haven't really seen the true power of Bitcoin, right? In Nigeria and Africa, it is a lot more important because first, one thing that we have to learn to do in Africa is leapfrogging, right? So we do not have the time to go through the levels of development that other Western countries have gone through. Even when I speak with some of our friends from the West, they say, Bitcoin, do people have money to invest in Bitcoin? I'm like, see, a lot of people who are playing with Bitcoin, a lot of the transactions and stuff that you see in Nigeria, see happening in Africa, it's not people that are buying Bitcoin to hold. People can't eat. Do you get? So they do not have some, I do lose $2,000 to go and invest in Bitcoin, right? So the reality for the Nigerian, the reality for the African is remarkably different. And so it makes it, I'll give you a random example that seems basic. A few months ago, I wanted to buy FIFA 22, right? And I have 3 bank cards that are supposed to work. I have a Naira card, right? I have a dollar-denominated, dollar-funded card, and I have a pound card that's a foreign bank, right? And I tried to buy this thing from PlayStation Store, as basic as it seems, with all these 3 cards, and all of them were declined.
Wow.
Right? Now, the only thing that worked for me was using crypto to buy a gift card.
Wow.
For the store. Now, the reason why was simply because I am in Nigeria.
Wow.
That is the
economic
reason why.
limitation.
So now, as basic as that sounds, now blow this up to people who are trying to pay for school fees. Blow this up to people who are trying to pay for medical bills. Blow this up to the person in Nigeria trying to send his wife money to pay rent, trying to buy a house in a foreign country, right? And then you see all of these barriers to actually doing business. You see all of the barriers to us economically interacting with
the other
the
world.
rest of the world,
Yes.
right? We have some merchants today that the only way they can properly serve their clients in Switzerland is to accept crypto as payment, right? So the way Africans, Nigerians use crypto is significantly different from the Western view of crypto. And I think it's something that's very, very special and unique about African, the problems that we're solving. It actually gives a lot more meaning to what we're doing. Like it's more than just buying something today and letting it rise tomorrow and selling. Yeah.
True.
It's daily lives.
What does crypto mean to you? What does crypto mean to you? What do you use crypto for? I want to see it in the comments section. And let's go on another short break. And this will be the last. I won't give you guys some heads up. Initially, Buchi told me to show him all the questions I was going to ask him. And I told him to send me $1 million in my Quidax.
Something light.
Let's just say 1 million. So I just use it. And if Buchi just say $1 million, I'll just go and chill off, and we'll be right back. People say crypto is too volatile, but they forget the volatility can make you rich. People keep asking how they can make money with cryptos and the old NFT and metaverse thing. But the truth is that if you don't get various scenarios that people should buy AXS at $0.7 and it went as high as $150 plus in 1 year. In short, we have made a lot of people millionaires from this course and our crypto community, and you could be next.
You see, in 2021, we made big profits on some NFTs and metaverse tokens. There are many sectors in crypto that will continue to perform big this year, from Bitcoin to Ethereum to DeFi to NFTs and layer 1 and layer 2 solutions. Then we start talking about the metaverse, gaming, fan tokens, Polkadot, and more ecosystems. So with this course and our signal room, we will guide you on how to make money from these various crypto ecosystems by showing you when to buy and take profit.
You see, a lot of people think they can just come into crypto like that with no knowledge, no skill. But if you are going to be a profitable trader and investor, please learn. Be ready to engage in continuous learning and be patient.
You know, I remember when we said this was that when crypto market dips, sometimes it feels like it's never gonna rise.
Yes.
And when it pumps, sometimes it feels like it never
going
to
to
dip.
dip.
So
Yes.
if you understand this and know how it works, you can make profits on the market.
Crypto has given me financial freedom. Short, crypto has changed my life. Are you ready to learn? Are you hungry enough? Are you also patient to see results? Are you willing to take the risk? Are you looking for how to make more money trading and investing in crypto? Then come learn from us. We want to help you win and become a profitable trader and investor. Join us. My name is Chris Annie.
And I am Nolan Amadi.
Visit www.daba.school. Get the Trade and Make Money course to learn crypto trading and investing. Welcome back. Like I asked earlier, what does crypto mean to you? What do you use crypto for? I'm still here on set with the CEO of Quidax, the lead sponsor for BB Niger this year, and you know what that means. This TV program is heavy. It's supposed to be paid for, subscription based, but I'm going to do it for free because Buchi has paid for all our sins. Yes, he has paid for everything.
Jesus paid for our sins.
So, Buchi, let's talk about. I'm a founder in this country, and I know you're also a founder. How does it feel like doing business in Nigeria? What's your deal? Or we say, what's your fun story here?
Oh, wow. How does it feel like being a founder in Nigeria? There are two sides to this. There's the side where, you have the community. There's a very strong and vibrant community there's a strong and vibrant community. There is a very young population that's eager to do stuff, right? So you have a very large, talent pool. You have people who are willing to help, right? And that's fantastic. Also, you have a big-ish market. big-ish, right? I say that with some caveat, depending on the business here and depending on what products you're trying to sell. We have a large population, right? Granted, so there's a lot you can do within the community, and there's also hope. There's a lot of hope for the African continent, right? And Nigeria being at the forefront of that hope. And I see that not from a wealth perspective, but just from the potential of the population, the age of the population, the hunger of the population to do stuff, to make things happen, right? I'm very hopeful for where Nigeria will be, where the young people of the country will take Nigeria to. So that gives me a lot of hope as a founder, right? That you can train people, you can get people to where they need to get to make things happen, to make interesting things happen, right? You can work together with people to make interesting things happen. You know, you have that. Now, and the second part is, you know, just life, right? Life being life. The tough things, the hard things about hard things. It can be tough.
Very.
You know, it can be tough. Let's tell ourselves the truth. There are challenges that are unique to Nigeria. There are challenges that are more global, like you get affected because something's happening in the US, right? But just doing stuff in Nigeria, you have a lot of headwinds to battle with. You have regulations, right? You try to struggle regulation, depending on your level. You try to struggle funding. You try to struggle experience. So when we started Quidax, we were at the very forefront, right? There was really nobody until today. There is a lot of things that we have done. There is nobody that we can go and copy from, right? So we've learned a lot of hard lessons, right? Which, you know, these days I'm very happy to share. So a lot of people don't make all of the mistakes that we made back then, right? But there is those roadblocks, but someone defined entrepreneurship to me as looking for opportunity amidst challenges. And as far as it goes, Nigeria is a very, very challenging, you know, place to do business. Yes, so Nigeria can give you the perfect reason to be an entrepreneur. So if you're looking for trouble, right, being a founder in Nigeria will give you a lot of reasons to do entrepreneurship.
You're looking for trouble.
Yeah.
I woke up one day telling myself, we will send me.
We'll send you a message.
But we won't stop.
We would not stop.
We won't stop. So, have you always had it figured out, or do you have your own rough edges too?
For where? You show me the person who's always had it figured out, and I'm happy to sell an ocean to you somewhere. So far from it, I personally, you know, I believe I'm a product of grace. I'm a product of grace. I'm a work in progress, right? So I even I doubt myself sometimes, right? Like, am I good enough for this? Am I performing at the level that I'll be judging somebody to perform at, right? I read an interesting article very recently where a CEO was saying that if a lot of CEOs, if we interviewed for our jobs, we would not get the jobs, right? So you have that.
Interesting.
So we try to tell ourselves the truth, right? You want to tell yourself the truth. You want to tell yourself, you know, the naked truth, so that you can amend your ways and then you do right. But yes, no, I've not always had it figured out. I've had my rough edges, and I still have them.
Thank you so much. And so we want to hear from Buchi this time. And remember, if you're still watching, subscribe, like, share, and then tell somebody about DABA TV. I'm sure you're finding this moment interesting. And Buchi, tell a younger entrepreneur who is aspiring what you wish you were told when you were just getting started.
Permit me to say 3 things.
Go ahead, please. You can.
Number 1 is you cannot use anybody's own to judge your own. Right? Whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're doing, it is unhelpful, very unhelpful to use somebody else's milestones of progress to judge yours. If you think about the case of a corn versus cocoa, for instance, corn would be ready for harvest in maybe 6 months sizes. So that you are where you are today doesn't mean is where you'll be tomorrow. If you're focused and you know what you're doing, you would be fine eventually, right? And the third one is this one I learned, that problem will finish, right? Like problem challenges is literally what makes the story, is what makes it worthwhile. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? So the problems come, and as you go, the size of the problems become bigger. But the reason you are able to overcome them is because you went through a smaller one, right? The reason that I'm able to overcome a problem today might be because I had a problem of 350K a few years back, right? So yes, you just go through it one day at a time, and hopefully everything turns out right.
Oh, I like the one where he had to say problem no dey finish. He had to go native and tell us in broken, like, this is someone who has seen and conquered several battles. On the last session of this interview, we're going to have some bonus questions with Buchi, and if he misses them, he's going to send us money via his Quidax wallet. I have a Quidax account, so they are going to send me easy money. And with the CEO, imagine when you're with the CEO of a central bank. So why
Quidax is that name?
So what is there? We'll go on the last short break and we'll come back with our bonus question. You want to see this part? It's going to be fun and interesting. We'll be right back.
Have you heard of Bitcoin?
Yes, I have. I mean, Bitcoin is everywhere.
I don't hear am now.
I'm na Bitcoin boom. Ihe ego. Mo mọ̀ wípé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wọ́n máa ń rà á látorí kọ̀mpútà wọn tàbí orí fóònù wọn láti fi di owó mọ́lẹ̀.
Have you heard of OBX?
OBS.
I don't hear am.
Here, this is our app. Try buying Bitcoin.
Okay, that would be nice. Thank you.
How's the app say fine?
I just got my first Bitcoin from OBX.
No. I don't buy $100.
Komai sauki. Komai a cikin ruwan sanyi.
Amma dem not in photo.
That's easy.
Experience crypto with ease. Download the OBX app now.
Mo ti ra tó ní $100. Hey!
All right, welcome back. Before we go, I know a lot of you are asking, this Quidax. You might have seen it on BB Niger. Quidax is a cryptocurrency exchange. And Buchi, how do we get Quidax?
So you can easily sign up www.quidax.com.
Is there on the screen?
And then we're also on Play Store and we're on the App Store as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you can check the screen. It's written there on the screen. You can check. And Buchi will be giving, there'll be a giveaway because you watched till this end. So what you will do to qualify is to put your Quidax username. Once you go now, download Quidax, okay, set up your account, okay, put your username in the comment section and we will pick randomly, and who knows, my helper. Oh.
It'll help if you subscribe to the channel as well.
Exactly. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and I will know. Of course, you know. So by the time you put your Quidax username, we'll pick randomly and you get something light. Okay? Something light. So it's time for us to go to the bonus question. Don't forget to download Quidax. Don't forget to download Quidax. I'm not sounding like these advertisers. Quidax. Remember you signed on Jazzy. You signed on Jazzy. You are signing me next. You are signing me next. You are signing me next. Okay. All right, guys. So quick one. We're about to go to the bonus question time. We're going to ask you 3 questions, and We're going to use even the screen to show you what some of the hints.
Wow.
If you miss them, I become the new CEO of Quidax. And if you fail them, if you get them, don't worry, we'll tell you what we'll give you later. We don't want to mention the amount, so our audience will start tracking Chrisani. Okay, so number one, who is one Nigerian CEO that is easily associated with this color in the screen? Tip is also in the finance industry.
Is that true?
Oh, you got it. Yeah, the answer is Tony Elumelu. That's a nice one. Okay, that's good. Number two, identify. Okay, so yes, so that's Tony. Our guy, we know you. I remember the picture with him and Dangote. As someone was like, Dangote was pushing like this, like, Tony, I'm seeing your ways. A week after I blew Instagram, he said, Tony, I'm seeing your ways. And somebody was like, Tony said, no, Dan Baba, this is not me just a show, that he be the real money. But yeah, these are some of our guys in the industry. He got that question right. Tony Lumelu, red is the real red king. Okay, so number two, identify these entrepreneurs in the background. Identify these two entrepreneurs in the background.
Are they Nigerian or they foreign?
Tip. Is there any tip? There's no tip, but let me give you. They are foreign.
They're foreign.
Yeah.
This looks like tech.
They are in tech. Good tip.
This looks like Elon Musk.
Okay. And time is
I
going.
would say Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh. Did you get that, guys?
OJ?
Okay. Final one. This guy is really protecting his interest in Quidax. You know, we're about to do shareholder takeover. He's already protecting. It's okay. Quidax investors and users. Your CEO is doing well. If you had a samurai sword as an entrepreneur in Nigeria to cut out one single business challenge in this country, they gave you this sword and you're saying, this thing, I don't want entrepreneurs to suffer this again because I've suffered it too. What could be that challenge?
That one is easy. Regulations.
Woo!
So not regulations, but regulatory uncertainty. Right. So there's a lot of challenges that
don't know
arise.
today they can wake up tomorrow and close your account. Tell us tomorrow that we should stop doing this business.
Yep.
I can remember February 2021.
5th of February.
You remember the exact date?
Straight.
And they said we should stop doing bank to crypto.
As P2P day.
P2P
day.
Next year we'll celebrate again.
Yeah, now celebrate it.
Wow, it has been an interesting time. Buchi, did you enjoy your time here?
Yes, quite.
It was actually interesting seeing you share your story.
Yeah.
I never knew Buchi had the time he had to be an Uber guy. And today he runs one of the foremost crypto exchange. I'm not going to call it Nigeria, it's Africa.
African, yeah.
I guess you guys have operations in more than...
Yeah, we have operations in Ghana, Kenya, South Africa as well.
And what's the future of Quidax going to be like?
So we have a lot of what we want to do is for the African market, right?
Okay.
So being able to bring crypto, because of the stage we're in, if you think about it, way back in 2000, I never imagined a world where my dad would, even 5 years ago, my dad would be on WhatsApp, my dad would be using Uber, my dad would be doing meetings on Zoom, right? And today we're seeing all of that happen.
True.
So crypto is still very, 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 very early. The internet is about 30 years, right?
True.
In the making. Crypto is about 14 years, right? So we have a long way to go. I think the next 10 years will be very, very interesting for the crypto space and digital assets. And so we just want to build that world, build products that connect people to that world and bring the world closer to people.
Thank you so much for
It's been
coming.
my pleasure. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate
I
it.
know, you know what it means like to keep a crypto founder on your set
Stop it.
and
Stop it.
all the transaction he has been missing.
I
But yeah,
beg,
thank you
stop
so
it.
much.
Thank
And for
so
you
much,
who have
Chris.
been watching, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying on DABA TV. Of course, you know this is the platform where we share stories, we give you tech news, business news, top 5 entrepreneurs of the week, and we have more we're doing. I was telling Buchi earlier that this is our own Bloomberg from Africa, and I'm sure you want to join us to make this happen and build it. So make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Until I come your way next time, keep succeeding and go build something. The world is waiting for you. I'll see you.
Hi guys, I am Uzwamaka Onoha and I'm here to tell you that everything crypto happens on OBX. Trade, send, receive crypto easily on OBX. Bye guys.